I usually like more room. I'll make it work. We're gonna call the meeting to order. Tara, would you do roll call, please?
Brent Stetler, Jerry Fawcett,
Yes.
Walt Minnick,
Here.
Mindy Job,
Yes.
Craig Kudzinski.
Here.
Let's stand for our pledge of allegiance and a quick prayer.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come this evening, we just ask that you guide, direct us, and help us make the best decisions for the town of Kirkland. We ask all these things in your name we pray, amen. Our first item this evening, we're having a public hearing. It's for the town council and the bridge agreement that we signed in December of 2025 for up to $30,000 for an electrical upgrade at the park. And we need additional appropriation of $15,000 from our cumulative capital development fund. So we're gonna leave the floor open for a few minutes to see if anybody has any questions or comments regarding this additional appropriation.
Does that work with starting after the festival?
Yes. I don't remember, did Bill Brock, did he say it was like maybe August is what he was thinking possibly?
Last I heard that it probably wouldn't break ground this year.
No, the electrical.
Oh.
The electrical upgrade is gonna be like, I think in August.
Yes,
Yeah.
after, you won't have to worry about
Cool.
Yeah.
Jones was down there.
Yeah, I saw the truck down there the other day.
What's that?
I saw the truck down there the other day.
Yeah, there was, multiple trucks there for a while.
doing something different.
Yeah, Billy might have an idea on that later. Maybe. Well, if there's not any other further questions, I'm gonna go ahead and close the hearing. And then, council members, in our packet, we have the resolution 2026-6-2.
I make a motion to pass resolution 2026-6-2, the additional appropriation of $15,000 from the cumulative capital development fund.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second for this resolution 2026-6-2. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, motion carries.
And this is where I had Shane before I edited it and it didn't
Okay.
take it back on.
That's fine.
Either Matt or, I'm sorry, no, he was after Jeff, now that I look at
Okay, that's fine.
it. It's changed multiple times.
In our packet, we also have additional meeting minutes from last month, and then we have the executive session meeting minutes that were on 5/18. And then, a special meeting also on 5/26, correct? Lots of meetings. Did you guys have any changes or corrections to those minutes for Tara? Are they? Okay.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting, 5/11/26, executive session held on 5/18/26, and the special meeting held on 5/26/26.
Okay.
No second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Do you need those signed now, or do you want me to sign them? Do I sign, or is it just
I'll just have you sign afterwards.
after? Okay,
And then for everybody else, since Brent's not here, it'll just be easier to put everything down at the end. You
Okay,
guys can sign,
that's fine.
then try to scoot them down to Jerry every time.
Okay. We're gonna open up with new business, and Jeff Dennis from Capstone.
Can I speak from here?
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as you can kind of talk loud.
Okay, well, I've been, asked to, talk about the flooding and my experience with it. My name is Jeff Dennis, my wife Connie and I built the mobile home park on Eastman Road in '99 and opened it up that year. And, every year or so, a sizable section of our streets flooded with up to a foot of water. Except for the last few years, the flooding's gone away after 24 hours. But something changed in late 2024 to early 25 that greatly increased the problem. And in April 25, the street flooded. The water didn't drain away for 5 days. And in June, it flooded again with the highest level yet. It spread into people's yards all the way up to the foundation of some of our homes. And this time it was flooded for 9 days. There's a detention pond at the entrance of the park, and in the past, it's never held water for more than a few days, and healthy grass is always able to grow in it. But after whatever change, it hasn't drained properly. During the summer of 25, it held stagnant, bug-infested water for over 50 days. When we built the community, we complied with all the requirements of the county with regard to the installation of the stormwater system. We cost us quite a bit. We had to give up a building lot too for the pond. But the performance of the drainage system has been very poor, and especially to the residents who have to drive through a small pond to come and go from their homes. And it also affects Sunshine Manor apartments as well. Their parking lot's as bad as our property. I'm not an expert on the rest of the town, but when that was going on, I drove around and I saw water where there never has been one, any that I'd seen before, and other people that have been longtime residents told me the same thing, even on the other side of town. And in a county drainage board meeting a few months ago, the board instructed the surveyor to spend some money toward diagnosing the problem, but I haven't seen any activity on that front. I don't think you have either. So, that's all I have to say. We could certainly use a solution. Thank you.
I didn't know if you had talked to Billy or Tara, but we have been back to the board and we are working on getting a plan together for the county's gotta help look at those storm drains now.
Okay, so they're gonna do that with the money they had available, in their regular budget?
Yes, it's from the actual, that's from the county council.
Right.
So,
So it's not gonna be, it's not the grant you're trying for?
No, that's for our town park.
Good, thanks.
We have to keep it kinda separate because
Yeah,
the county's different than you
yeah,
can't go to the state and ask for something on the county funds.
right.
Who,
Okay.
who's in charge of that retention pond? Who's supposed to take care of that, maintain it?
Kirklin, I assume it's the rest, everything else was deeded over to them, like the street and the drainage system, the water system, lift station that we had to pay for, so I would assume the drainage pond also. In the past, I have, not landscaped it, I've done a little earth moving to make it flow better, just because, you know, I have to mow it, so I like it to be, you know, not too bumpy. But I would assume that, I don't know what could go wrong with it, but there's an installation there, there's a manhole and a discharge.
Right, it has to be able to
Yeah.
go to an outlet, so.
Right, so I would assume if something went wrong with that, it would be up to the town to take care of that, just like the lift station or the other manholes or drainage system.
Where's that pond drain to, Billy?
It drains into, well, Capstone and Sunshine Manor both come together at the manhole storm structure to the left of Adams Street going into the apartments. And then from there it crosses under, goes somewhere. But I mean,
Goes
it all drains together into one spot.
And them are holding too, so it's not draining past the manholes. And that goes into the county again.
Where our problem lies, or whatever, is the manhole to the north of Adams Street right there, basically where Adams and Adams Avenue split. There's a manhole right there in the corner on the south side of the road. It goes under Adams Street and then goes east somewhere. And then also the county is in there as well.
Has that ever been jetted, or did they go through with a camera and all that?
The county came in, Brian Poole did some work, went in that structure, went east, and went as far as they could. And,
No obstruction.
yeah, well, I think they came up with an obstruction, but it was full of water, so they had
knew
to
it was
push.
blocked.
They had a push camera, so it was wasn't real clear once.
Yeah, once you hit the water.
Yeah.
So somewhere way down the line. It's,
But I have had all of those in that area jetted and maybe cambered, but I don't know if I've had them all cleaned. So everything around the apartments in Sunshine Manor is good. It's just from there out.
So when they had their camera in, were they able to mark the direction of where that line ended and where their camera stopped? No? Cause I wonder if you could put a clean out there and start again.
It's been, what would you say, Jeff, a couple years ago?
Yeah, I don't,
Year and a
I
half?
don't recall when that actually happened.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, Dan Sheets had Brian Poole come out
Yeah.
and go in there and they didn't mark anything.
it's on the,
And I didn't get any of the information from them either.
it's on the website for the county drainage. I mean, there's roughly, some indications of where it goes. It goes all the way to the west town, out of town over to the McClamrock Ditch. Yeah, that's how I understand it. I thought that's what we thought it was. I don't think it could go east, but it might.
I mean, if they cambered it and it went so far, I don't understand why they didn't continue and dig down to it and
Well,
put it to start again.
it was probably before whatever happened to make it so bad recently. There's been a lot of digging, and at Comcast, I don't think they asked anybody's permission or were too careful, or so I've heard. They've caused a lot of problems. They may have done something, under the highway, 421, who knows?
When we first went to the county drainage board meeting, of course, Dan Sheets was there and three of the commissioners were there. We were told that they only have a minimal maintenance budget for their stormwater system. And their priority is farmers. They spend all their money up front on the farmers, and then what's left, everybody else may get a part of it.
I know I've came on a few jobs where these farmers are putting drains in their fields. They don't have, if they hit a county drain, they just go right through it. They're not responsible to repair it or nothing. And a lot of people have to put in septics now because of that.
Yeah, well, that's the county maintenance budget for storm drains is very, very small. And Dan Sheets told us that the farmers have priority.
They said it was $1,400 that they had before the next appropriation. And one of the counselors or the commissioners told Dan Sheets to spend some of that money on this problem, on diagnostics. So when was that, 2 months ago?
When did we go, Mindy? It was about
To the
March.
drainage
wasn't
board meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
it was,
say March we went,
it's
yeah,
been,
okay.
yeah,
I plan on going.
first
back.
of this year.
and then we went to the council. You
It
guys
was
went to the
February
council.
27th, wasn't it?
I don't
think it was that far.
Because I was wanting to go and I couldn't make it. I had an appointment out of town.
And then we went to the commissioners meeting after that, and they agreed to fork out $35,000 to help.
Any date?
Hmm?
Any date to help?
Just whenever we get everything going, we're still getting the.
That's for the
application.
comprehensive planning grant though. That's not any fixes. That's
Yeah.
just for the planning grant.
That's just to tell us what the problem is.
Well, I thought they were giving some money to do some fixes.
No, they were only giving, they were giving their 35 grand to what we could get from the Okra grant, plus our match, to do a comprehensive study, which would, they would show, every storm drain structure known, elevation, size, flow, determine, plans for the future, this
But
would
they'll take all that money, there won't be no money to fix, even if they find it, right?
And then they will do as-built plans and maps of what they can come up with,
Yeah.
which is a whole lot better than we have now, which
No
is
right to
nothing.
know.
But basically, we'll get the money to study and find out what the issues are, but we don't have any money to fix what the issues are.
That structure on the north side of Adams Street, Jim Sturt's backyard,
Mhm.
I was down there today. I first looked at the structure in the parking lot at the apartments, and that water flows east. There wasn't much water in it. There was more water in the structure to the west, but it wasn't even moving. Now, the last big rain we had, it dried up in the parking lot,
Mm-hmm.
but the structure, I keep saying Jim Sturt's backyard, where everybody know where I'm talking about, it was full and the water was not moving.
Yeah, the elevation of that manhole is actually lower than the ground level of Capstone and Sunshine Manor. And as the water goes down, they recede evenly. So yeah, it's just as it flows down.
So when was the last time that was jetted going west?
I'd have to look back on my records. But it's been a while. But that's the line that the county went in and couldn't get through. So
Well, it's plugged somewhere between there and Burlthorpe's then. Because years ago, we
possibly or collapsed, but is it ours? Is it the county's?
we put dye in that yard there, and it come out down there at Burlthorpe's.
Yeah.
There's people that will argue that's a different name ditch and it runs under the road and then goes north. But that dye come out in the backyard where we put that structure in there. You remember that some years ago? It's been years ago when they was having all trouble at the church.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
There's one behind the gas station, which would be behind Burl, or
Yeah.
right there in that field.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. But I haven't been back on that property lately to see what that even looks like.
It would be interesting to look at how many lots are being assessed in Kirklin. And, because that money is supposed to be used for
County drainage.
for drainage in that area. That's why you're being assessed.
Well, we have one, this town of Kirkland has one, but the county also has one.
So,
Yeah.
well, that's what I'm talking about, is the county drainage, is how much is being paid into the county drainage system by the lots in Kirkland, because it's probably what, $10 at least per lot per year.
Most of our town lots here is $5.
That's for us.
That would
Yeah.
usually $5
What's the
No,
at
I'm
each
talking when
half.
I pay
Oh,
the county
just
drainage
one
assessment,
half.
most of them are
It's just one
$5.
half?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it'd be interesting to look at that and have that information
They did say that
when
they
you
would
have your
prepare
discussion
farmers.
with the commissioners and Dan about, say, hey, wait a minute.
Well, we've already gone to Alan Dunn at the county council and he's
Yeah,
He's-
they've already
given
approved
us-
the 35,000.
Well, no, I'm talking about that money should be used for maintenance. That's what, that is a maintenance fund.
yeah.
Yeah,
And to the extent that the maintenance fund from the town of Kirkland is being used to help people out in their farm, that's not right.
You said it.
That's the explanation that we were given. That farmers come first.
Well, you know, that's not the law. And quite frankly, you ought to remind the county council, the county commissioners, that there's quite a few voters in the small towns who would like to see their interests protected.
I mean, Jordan Brewer and Alan Dunn had no problems with making sure that we had some funds to do this extra work on to find where their county drains are at. 'Cause they don't know where they're at in Kirkland. So they're gonna get as-built drawings when we get done with this project.
Yeah, there's one that shows a county drain going.
And I understand we
Rich
need to
sunshine.
figure some
Yes.
things out first, but we also need to have them understand that the money coming from Kirkland should benefit the town of Kirkland.
Well, one of the things that I discussed with the council, the county council when I was there, it's with us doing this as a joint effort, it'll be a win-win for all of us because
Sure.
we will both find out where our issues are, what needs to be done, what can be done, and all this and that. And we can determine what is the towns and what is the counties. And in that way, we can spend money exclusively on what our issues are. And then if the county refuses to do something, we can, put it on, put it out there that, we do our part, county refuses to do theirs, so.
I've been fighting them for what, 3 years now for the broke down tiles west of town. Nobody wants to claim it. State says it's not their deal, county says it's ours, not theirs, Kirkland says it's not their ditch. There's multiple holes that big around and that deep. 10 feet from the highway in the grass. Can't get anybody to. Now Mark was supposed to look into that, right, Craig?
Yes. Yeah. Who owns that property?
Dr. Roth owns the property.
Why don't he just go dig it up and fix it?
Yeah.
Well, he's got a hole you put a pickup truck in his field. He
Yeah,
don't farm it.
that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Well,
that's on him. But the other's out there in the low part of the ditch.
yeah, I know, but for safety, I mean, so nobody's gonna do nothing about it.
Yeah, and stuff like that is so simple to fix. You don't have to be no genius to fix a field tile. And they're all that old clay tile. It's easy to fix. But nobody wants to accept the responsibility of it. Last person I talked to from the state said that they're blaming it on somebody that bored underground some time ago, but this has been a problem that's been going on for several years, not just this people that's doing this stuff now.
Yeah, they don't wanna do nothing.
This has been going on for years.
Thank you, Mr. Dennis,
Yes,
for,
let's finish up with, thank you for bringing this to our attention in more depth, so we need record of this too for our.
Right. I've submitted all this in a letter earlier.
Yeah, thank you so much, because that'll help us on our
This
grants.
is our third attempt on getting a planning grant, so,
Well, good luck with it.
yeah.
And, let me know if I can do anything else.
Thank you for
Thanks,
coming.
Jeff.
Shane?
Here on behalf of Kirk's Crossing, last month I submitted our tentative festival schedule. Here to answer any questions you guys might have. We are adding Waterball on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. That's a change from the previous schedule we submitted. And then we are also adding the canine demonstration Saturday evening. So those are two changes you guys would not have seen on your flyer. Do you guys have any questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Festival kicks off June 25th with our blood drive and fish fry at the fire station. Family fun night's going to be Friday. We'll have movie night that night after a small vocal group. Saturday is all day fun at the park, so come down and visit us. Parade's at noon, don't forget. We'll have the 5K in the morning, so if we can have help with some traffic control from the new marshal and his deputies, that would be fantastic. There are no races or harness pulls this a year. They're just scheduling conflicts. Those two events will not be here, so that's one good thing to note. So we will not have those groups in town, so. Other than that, church service on Sunday to round out the weekend.
Do you guys have a updated flyer like on your Facebook page?
Yes,
I can
everything's
print out?
all on the Facebook page and reach out.
I'll
if you
print
guys
a new
have
one
questions.
out. Okay.
Okay,
That's all I got.
all right,
Awesome.
thank you, Shane. Our next new business is ordinance 2026-6-3. It is our, salary ordinance amendment. And it is, the Kirkland Town Council wishes to amend salary ordinance 2025-12-1 to decrease the hourly pay of the town marshal position. Therefore, be it ordained by the town council of the town of Kirkland, Clinton County, Indiana as follows. Town marshal, 33 per hour. This ordinance shall be effective on adoption and in full force and effect retroactive to May 29th, 2026.
You're doing
The first reading.
6 months.
Yes, we're doing a 6-month probationary, yes.
And you have the contract I sent you, right?
We had already had it done.
A contract?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We combined a couple of the previous ones that you had done years past.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You should then do a 1-year one after that.
Yeah, that's what we have set up for,
Mhm.
yeah,
A 6-month probation and then an annual.
yeah,
Mhm.
following with
And
the year.
so the first one actually goes more than a year, so you always end on 12/31.
Mhm. I have to see the wording. I think it does end on 12/31. I have to.
That's
Okay.
what it did
Yeah,
Yeah.
other times.
yeah, we did the same format, yeah.
Mhm. And then you worked on it.
I make a motion, we pass the salary ordinance 2025-12-1.
Wait a minute,
On the first
It's-
reading.
it's the ordinance 2026-6-3.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Ordinance 2026-6-3
Second.
On the first reading,
on the first reading.
okay. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries.
And if you're gonna do it the same, just suspend the same meeting if you choose to do that.
I make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-6-3 on the second reading, suspend the rules to pass on the second reading.
It takes 2 votes for that. One to suspend and then another for the second reading. So just, this one you would be voting to just suspend the rules. And then the next one you would say separately to pass it on the second reading.
Second.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries.
Now the vote for the second.
Now you'd have a motion.
I make a motion for ordinance 2026-6-3 to pass this on the second reading at the same meeting and to adopt. So I have a motion on the floor
Second.
and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries.
That's the first time I've seen like 2 ordinance numbers in a row. Mess me
Oh,
up.
because it was that's the old one that she was referring to.
I
so,
got you. Oh, I got you, yeah. 222.
Yeah. We're finished with that ordinance and we're gonna move on to old business. I had Tara put back on here the Narcan box with possible locations. And I know that's why Sherry wanted to come back this evening to discuss that. I have thought more about that. I almost wonder if it wouldn't be an issue like with Billy. I almost wonder if the water tower lot would be.
Till it's on a thing that you can just drive up
Yeah.
and get it.
It's fine by me, I didn't want it at the park.
Yeah, I didn't want it to park either. So,
Like a drive-through.
But I mean,
Okay,
so it'd be like a neutral, like, location and,
A central location.
yeah, a central location, but,
okay. And then Billy would just mark where he wants them to put it, because I think they'll put down a post and do the whole thing, if that's what you
yeah,
want.
we could get the information from Billy
Sure.
then.
Okay,
Does anybody think it ought to be put where there's some cameras with what we've had going on over there?
I know the library might have some cameras, but I don't know what their distance is on their cameras or anything. So I don't know what their distance is over there.
I don't know.
If you would like, I could stop at the library during the day and talk to the librarian and see if she would let me see, and then I get with Bill and we work together on all the things.
Okay. Do we need a motion on that, Jay, or to have someone
Well, yeah, I think that what to,
have it installed, or what do you think?
it sounds to me like you're still trying to figure out exactly where you're gonna
Well,
install it.
we agree on
Yes.
the location at the water tower site somewhere. But at the water tower site, right?
Yeah, I just make a motion that, to give like Steve and Billy, like, to look into like the location of the water tower, see if that would work or not. So,
Okay.
You said on that.
And then they can decide and let me know where they want it, and I'll.
yeah, so I have a motion on the floor.
A second.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Okay, motion carries.
So, I mean, you guys just, what if it doesn't show over there?
Then we'll have to just
I got the
reroute.
wheels.
So you guys are approving if it
Yeah,
shows over there, okay.
You all right?
I can get another chair if you want. There's a soft chair out here somewhere. Where is that? Maybe it's in the kitchen or.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Can you just sit in that, or you want me to go
I
find
got
you?
turn here.
Well, I'm afraid he's gonna roll in that one. To be honest with you, that. I just want to do that.
Thank you. Yeah.
You think he'll be okay in that?
Scoot up and then lock, Jerry?
No, if he's okay in that, he can sit there. I just, yeah. Yeah, if we have to relook at this again, we can always look at it again, see what you guys determine, but we have a motion and a second on that, so that we can move forward if it works, so. Our next line item is our sanitary sewer project, and Commonwealth has a invoice in our packet.
Is there any question on it?
No, I don't think we had any, issues on that.
I make a motion that we pay that invoice.
A second.
That was, any invoice amount was for 2,500, yeah. Yeah. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. And Billy, we have the park next.
Alright, for the explanation of Jones Electric being at the park earlier, last week, they were installing two 30-foot utility poles around the playground equipment for the installation of cameras. We have solar powered cameras, with a lot of, very nice, things that they do, so, whether day or night, they will pick you up in color, they will follow you from where you come to where you go. And they will also spotlight you as as you're there. But anyway, that's why Jones Electric, was there, was installing the 2 poles. The mulch has been, done, spread. The new playground equipment is open to the public. So we are good to go on all of that. The handicapped accessible merry-go-round, we are looking at maybe delivery and installation in August. And then some new sidewalks. I talked to Brent, he was gonna try to get them done before Kirk's Crossing, but I told him I'm gonna be out of town on vacation, so we may not have any of that done until after. Anyway, those will be handicap sidewalks, with a handicap walkway to the merry-go-round. I have 2 volunteers that are pulling weeds, and taking care of the flower beds, Patty and Ellen. They're taking care of all the flowers and stuff like that. Other than that, that's all I have for the park.
And I'm not sure if I forgot, I think I told you guys, but the first time that the graffiti was done, Brett Richardson.
You told us.
Did I?
Cleaned
Okay,
it-
I wasn't
cleaned
sure
it
if I
off.
did, cause I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure he was staying.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they've done it again.
Did
Yeah, they've done it again.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
Well, they can do it again if they want, but their face is gonna be on camera, so.
You know, it makes you wonder if they're putting their own names on there, if they're putting their friends' names on there.
Well,
I
there are
seen-
a couple,
I seen the one that hurt somebody, I imagine.
there
that's
are a
them.
couple of local names.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else on the park building?
No.
No, he was in a horrendous car wreck.
We're gonna go to, our stormwater is next. We have a resolution 2026-6-1 authorizing submission of the Office of Community and Rural Affairs Stormwater Grant Application Form from the State Community Development Grant Planning Program Local Match Commitment.
I make a motion to pass resolution 2026-6-1, authorizing submission of the Office of the Community and Rural Affairs for stormwater grant.
Is there anything else about the bridge?
I'll second.
So we have a motion and a second for our resolution 2026-6-1. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Billy, we're ready for you again.
You also know, you got the statement of qualification submissions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I just put that there, just, you guys said, you and Tim and I and Billy are on a meeting in the morning. So I just put that on there to let the rest of them know that we received 2. The deadline was today at 4 PM and I put a copy of each in your box.
Okay.
Because you'll be on the call in the morning and be able to reference them.
What time was that call? Cause I didn't have it,
9
o'clock.
I didn't have that on my calendar.
So don't forget when you leave to take those.
And then the actual interviews are the last Monday at 9 o'clock.
I have to look at the date, but yeah, it's at the end of
Sounds
the
right.
month. I think it's around the 30th.
I think so, yeah.
It's on my calendar, you can look at it.
The 29th.
29th is around the 30th, right?
Yeah.
At what time is it?
9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Billy.
Alright, other than what I've already discussed with the park and what I have, typed up in the report, I have nothing to add at this moment.
You usually do.
I've spent most of our spare available working time at the park, trying to get everything done, so
It looks really good.
haven't had a chance to do a whole lot of anything else.
I have some little kids that's put on the equipment already and they were like going crazy.
Well,
Did you
good.
see what I put on Facebook, that very first child that got on them? I asked permission,
Yeah.
of course.
I mean, I had family that was down there and they just said that kids went crazy on it, so.
More for
And-
them to do.
And I think the little picnic tables are cute.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We went and got those last Thursday.
okay. Now, were those assembled or Jeff put those together?
No, they came ready made.
Oh, those are, yeah,
Yeah.
that's, okay.
We picked up 4 trash cans, 1 bench for Bob Thorley's and his wife that purchased the bench, and the 2 kiddie picnic tables.
Now, how much do those weigh, like the kiddie picnic tables? Are they still heavy?
They're not as heavy as the benches, but
They're still pretty heavy though?
yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to thank Bill Brock though publicly too for allowing us to use his
Yeah,
trailer.
Bill Brock loaned us his trailer, to go get those, cause we needed that and the truck.
Okay.
We went over with, down there with over 1,000 pounds of plastic caps and lids. You know how many caps and lids that is?
I don't know.
I asked Google, and they estimated between like 280,000 to 300 and some thousand.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot.
And we came back with over 1,400 pounds of plastic.
Yeah.
Billy and I have been trying to work on trying to find a landscaper, and we have a company that may want to meet with us. I'm not sure it's gonna happen until Billy gets back from vacation, but we have someone that will help us like maintain like the trees, and sometimes they put rock back in where the tree base is. They pull weeds, kind of help maintain the town hall stuff, but we're still working on getting a bid from somebody else, so hope to have that for the next meeting, so. Are you done, Billy?
Are they willing to, cause I mean, you know, most of the working season's already gone, so are they willing to put a rock bottom price in, or?
I mean, I can send an email back and ask that. 'Cause
Yeah, cause we're only looking at,
We're looking at-
4 months,
We're looking at July now.
maybe.
Yeah, it usually starts in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually starts in April, May.
I can ask that. I can go back and ask Drake that tomorrow. I can send an email and ask
Yeah.
him. I can do that. And just say follow up with you when you get back from vacation. Or...
Yeah.
I would suggest that you, when you put it out for bid, that you ask them to bid it maybe either by, for a 6-month period or whatever you think is gonna be appropriate. And then with an indication that if, for this year, it would be proportionally reduced.
Yeah. I can do that.
Or at this point, is it somebody that you can just call as needed instead of doing like a little 4-month contract,
I mean, we've already been trimming trees downtown and this one thing and another, so, as time permits, we can handle it this summer, hopefully. I don't know, we may have to hire, to do some of the time intensive kind of stuff like spreading new mulch and this one thing and another. Cause we don't, it's a lot of time to do all of that. But I mean, we've done, and you've done quite a bit of work pulling weeds and this one thing and another, so. Yeah, it would have to be a really rock bottom bid for somebody to take it over for the rest of the season.
I was wanting to ask Tara this day, but I didn't connect with her today, but, I might have like someone that will they're looking into possibly getting some mulch, but we might have to pay some on it, and I don't know some of it we may get like a reduced amount, but I don't have any prices to tell you anything yet. But we might be able to get some of the mulch done at the bump outs. But I don't have any definite yet, so I'm kind of waiting to hear this week, so. I can follow up with you when I find something out, but
I leave Wednesday.
I know, so I'm not sure I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm gonna have it by then, but.
You ever thought, Billy, about hiring, part-time, summertime help?
I have thought about it.
I mean, cause now they got the park and everything, and then now, I mean, I think there's funding for that, isn't there?
Some. And it would only be for what, 4 months,
Right.
5 months a year. 20 hours or less a week.
Yeah, I mean, you guys spread them off last week, that took you away from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have somebody else who.
Something we could look at then. Alright, well, I'm gonna move on to, our town marshal, Steve.
You got a copy of my report. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer those. And then I just wanted to thank Tara for all of her help. She came in on her days off and was texting me late at night trying to get things around on the drug test and physical and everything so we could get everything going before Brendan resigned. So everything went smooth and I've been working now. I think this is my 6th day today and everything's going well. So I appreciate everybody's help. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
So glad you're here.
Thank you.
Been a pleasure so far. Have you met our attorney?
No, not yet.
Okay. Jay Moore. He wasn't at those meetings, so this is Steve Jones. He's been a Rossville officer for the past 5 years. And he has a lot more experience than that.
And Mulberry, yeah.
He knows Alicia.
I think he's gonna do a great job.
Anybody have questions or any comments for Steve? Okay, alright, thank you, Steve. We're gonna move on to Tara. You guys have the revenue report, the appropriation reports.
Mindy, you guys should have a copy of the monthly statement of reconciled accounts that Mindy, did you see that the bank statement, or you already did it this?
I already did
You
the
came in
bank
the
stuff.
other morning, didn't you?
Yeah.
So those are already balanced and signed. So here is your billing adjustments. Let me see, what pile is that? Payroll register and your APV register. And that's all you guys will have to sign.
That's all the stuff for us to sign tonight?
Okay. Only Mindy signs the Oprah submission letter.
Yeah. I was just gonna also say, I know that a lot of people don't realize that, with this stormwater issues, I just wanted to say a thank you to Commonwealth Engineering, especially like, Maureen, Hayden,
Absolutely.
and Darren Wells. They have been such a big help. Maureen sometimes will help brainstorm, like some thoughts or ideas of how we can go look at something or try something different to get things to work. So they've been a really big help for us for the town of Kirklin, so.
Very nice to work with. SBOA school, I will miss, they always never fail, seem to, always schedule it in the middle of the month. So next month, Carla will be sitting here taking minutes because I will be at SBOA school.
Sign both sides of this, Tara.
Yeah, you probably just confused me because I didn't sign this one yet. I don't sign until I get in there. Just, I print this one so you guys can just sign it.
I like having these ahead of time. I like having some of this stuff ahead of time because it gives me time to look through it. And that's when I ask you questions if I have stuff I've.
And that's why when I
Yeah.
send them to you guys, like, ask, like, before the meeting, ask any questions.
Yeah, I
if you
try
don't
to if I
understand
see something I'm not sure what it is.
Because you guys don't deal in all these terms that I do every day, so ask any questions you might have. And that's all I have.
Okay. Does this go on something else, Jerry, or these are, oh, are these extra bills that we got?
Huh?
The Jones Electric thing.
Did I put a bill in?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Do you want these, or does she want those back, or?
Let's see. Oh, no, I attached this for my own reference because this is the quote that's going to that's gonna cost for the
Oh,
park.
that's for you, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
so I just had it together because it goes in together with
You
my
wanna keep it together?
stuff. Yes.
Yeah. Jerry, you didn't
That's
sign
not
it?
really an invoice, it's their quote.
Sorry, we have a lot to sign.
To upgrade the electrical out there, they're charging $39,057.61, but you guys only agreed to pay up to $30,000.
Are they gonna underground board underneath the new
Sign
sidewalk?
that one. I know they're doing some boring, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, everything they're putting in is going underground.
Has anybody done any probing where they're gonna build that building, doing all that stuff? A lot of stuff buried in there.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know, Mindy, if you guys have done any probing out there?
No, I'd have to ask,
Yeah, 'cause
I
that's
think,
where
well,
the
you're giving me your
original
copies or
building's
something,
at.
I don't think we need that now.
Can them new poles we got, are them in the area for like vendors in the future? Could they support electric on them?
No. What I'd like to do is just have everything underground. And it's around the playground too, so I don't want any electrical wires.
Right, I just didn't know if they're on the back side.
No, they're actually at the playground
I got
equipment, yeah. Now, up along that drive going to the water plant, there's all kinds of, plug-ins and breaker boxes and all that stuff for all types of vendors, so
Right.
there's plenty of that.
That was upgraded a couple years ago, wasn't it?
Mm,
'Cause they were popping
every-
breakers right and left.
Every time Kirk's Crossing comes in, Jones Electric, does something. I mean, they always come out and check, make sure everything's done, the lights are working and this one thing and another, so. Every once in a while, they'll, have something added here and there, but, I mean, nothing really major.
Do we put fans on it in that room now, during Kirk's Crossing?
We have in the past.
Hopefully that'll be fixed soon. Don't have to worry about it.
Well, it won't be this year, it might be better
Right.
next year.
Yeah, one more year, Shane.
I just wanna make sure I have, the resolution 2026-6-1, cause I don't know that I see it. So, I'm trying to check all the stuff for Terry here. I got the meeting minutes. The billing adjustment stuff.
Maybe there's some stuff on the floor.
That's mine,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
No, I don't have it. I thought maybe I didn't put it in that pile.
I got it.
Okay,
I'm just trying to double check for you, Tara, sorry.
thank you.
So,
Sometimes I A couple times I've had to text her, I'm like, I'm missing one of my pages.
I think I got them all. I just checked it on my agenda, so I think we're good.
Okay.
The other thing I have at the bottom, of Tara's section is we have adjustment for our pool fills. So we've got several in there. We've got McDaniel, Quick.
Quick, Lunsford, Lafferty, and Stinson.
Oh, thank you. I was trying to find the names.
And there won't be any more because now we're on summer sprinkling rates.
Oh, they're
We
on
get
there.
the manual ones before summer sprinkling rates start.
Yeah.
And they started May 25th. So anybody that fills before May 25th gives us one of these.
We haven't signed that.
Okay. I'm not sure about, we might have to have you look at this stuff before you leave, Tara. Or,
Okay.
I'm not sure about your docket stuff or your appropriation stuff.
I'll let.
Okay.
Another one.
So we have these, adjustments. Does anyone want to entertain a motion?
I make a motion to approve the adjustments for pool fills.
I second.
So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Motion carries. Did I finish that or no? Did I finish that? We're done?
As council members, if that's the part that you're on.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm getting all distracted with all this paperwork. The only thing that I wanted to I think it's on the floor down here. The only thing I wanted to, add tonight, from the council part is, I know that we've talked about stormwater rate, like to raise our rates. And, I have like an information sheet, that talks about, why we should raise our rates and how, like, you think that we're helping the residents, but then there's other facts that you have to think about. And that's why I have this information sheet for you guys to, look at. And this is just for your guys' reference. So we can, 'cause I know Brent's not here tonight, so. I can give you a copy too, Jay. I can give one to Billy. I don't think I gave it to Billy either, so. Just trying to be proactive. Does anybody else have anything on the?
I'm getting a lot of complaints about the limbs on brush on the sidewalks where people's gotta walk around and the new trees they planted around town here. Multiple people's asked me to say something for fear somebody getting an eye poked out. A lot of the alleys you can't drive down without scratching your car all up, so they need addressed.
Because of the trees on the downtown area, or?
Right around the corner here of the bakery, and as well as alleys having limbs down and scratching cars up. I don't know if it's a town problem or, Christian church problem, there's a steel rod about that sticking up probably 2 feet off the gravel at the parking lot in that alley, straight south of Christian church. I don't know, somebody, it was down, somebody hit the mower and pulled it up. I tried to bend it back down. It's pretty tough.
What's it for?
I have no idea. It's got a nut and bolt on the end of it. It's, I see it causing nothing but problems.
Sawzall?
I was afraid to take a tractor in there and try to pull it up. I know it was hooked.
Whose property is it?
Well, it belongs to a Christian church. It's that lot to the south of them. I'm assuming it was for a guide wire for that utility pole.
Oh.
I don't know.
For like a juke pole?
Right, because those utility poles
For
are
a juke pole?
leaning in.
Like a juke
Well,
juke
yeah,
pole?
it's a utility pole.
Why wouldn't they call Duke to have it removed?
No, nobody knows about that I know of. I just seen it today.
Yeah.
After the trees are growing into them lines.
Billy, do you have a lot of millings left?
I've got some.
Well, there's a few of the alleys that's used quite a bit around town. It's got a lot of holes in them.
Yeah, I've been doing that, time permitting.
Yeah.
Whenever I get time, I've done this one, I've done some others around town, so.
I have noticed some of the alleys have been done.
Yeah, so we've been doing some alley work, we've been trimming trees, so, but yeah, just as time permits. And, you know, if people get impatient, they do it themselves. For help.
They would if they had access to the millings, I'm sure. Steve, you might drive down that alley and look from the Christian church, the parking lot right across the street. It's 20 feet south of the utility pole that's in the middle of the block. It's a big steel rod sticking up. I tried to bend it over, I couldn't do it.
I'll look at it.
I was afraid to put a chain on it and take a tractor and try to pull it out, but I know it's hooked to.
Are you gonna adjourn?
Yeah.
Adjourn?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting then. So, thank you guys for coming.